Okay, let's try this again. Now, obviously, I'm not thinking straight, so let's see if this works. I gotta figure out, I don't know why this would be set to private. So, due to the title that I put in the video where I went live 10 minutes ago, no one was seeing it due to the title, and it's saying that I'm set on private, which I'm definitely not set on private. So let me give it a couple minutes to see if this shows. Someone just hit the like button, but it says there's 0 people watching. All right, I'm going to give you a couple minutes. I can't believe I did that. I should have known better. I'm not thinking straight. But I wanted to share some information with you. If I don't see people starting to hop on in a minute, I will wait till later. I'll shut my phone off and reboot because I used the title that I used in the video. It set itself to private and no one was seeing it. So let's give this a minute. If it doesn't work, I'm going to reset my phone and then just do this later on this evening. I kind of wanted to do it before he headed out to the beach. But it may not work. Let's see. Start a poll, start Q&A. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, so I'm getting closer, you guys. I'm almost at 1,000 subscriptions, which means I don't have to deal with this setting it to public and having it revert back to private. And that's why it does it. You have to have 1,000 plus subscribers to be able to technically go live on this YouTube platform. So that's why it reverts back to private normally. But normally, 5 minutes into the video that is set to public is when it changes back over to private. But this time it did it instantly. So my guess would be the fact that I had FEMA in the title, which I don't know why I didn't think about that, not doing it that way. The comments also are turned on. So if someone's here, could you let me know this is working okay? Because it's weird that no one's commenting. Because normally, even if there are only 2 people here, someone is commenting. Go to another channel because you know whatever you're saying. I don't really care. So there you go. Okay, now it's working. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. I do many types of divination. I'm a psychic and I tap into all kinds of stuff. So I am good. This is going to be a short video. I live in Ohio. I am down in Florida right now, helping John move from a condo to a house. And we've been working and moving every day for 5 days straight. On Friday night, when we stopped and took a break, we came across a piece of information, and several pieces of information came through after that initial information. Now, what I'm doing, what I did was I pulled a tarot card because, okay, so there's a whole lot of military operations going on right now, and many of you are very aware of this, but it's also very hard to, if you hear something crazy, there's not a whole lot of ways right now in the moment, or there hasn't been specifically for the last 5 years, to be able to look up and say, okay, is this information true or is it not true? Okay, so that's been a very big thing. For the last 2 years, it's been really hard. So as of Friday, there's all kinds of information coming out left and right. So, and many of you who are the people who are regulars on this channel know that I do private tarot readings. I normally or have never used this channel to do a reading on world events. But this is what this is about. This is going to be a very short video. So there are many ways you can do tarot. You can ask non-specific questions. You can tap into the energy. You can ask specific questions or super specific questions. Basically, as the reader, as the person doing divination, you can do it any which way you want to do it. So the question I asked here for these cards that you're looking at was, is the information that I read yesterday about the FEMA camps, is it true? That's what I was looking into, okay? That's why the title was the way that it was titled. So, in brevity, the article I read yesterday said that the FEMA camps had been seized, they had been shut down, all the intel from there has been taken to a secure location, and the money that is tied to FEMA has all been completely frozen assets. This goes back to an executive order from 2017 that states anybody involved in crimes against humanity, whether they're in the United States or not, if there's a connecting paper trail or connecting electronic trail, those people can be and will be prosecuted in military tribunals regardless of whether they're in the United States or not. Okay, so that's part of the 2017 executive order that went into effect. I believe it was December 21st of 2017. This is really important in my opinion. I don't know how many, I know that my regular normal followers are staying up to date on the underground news. So without further ado here, all I want to say is that this reading, these cards that you're looking at, was the answer to the question I asked. Has FEMA really been raided, shut down, and all assets frozen? Okay, that's a brief summation. What's going on with the FEMA camps? Have they been raided? Have all their assets been frozen? Okay, so I asked that question, and I'm going to show you where I started here. So this was the initial answer to the question. Okay, so this is independence. This card is a Nine of Pentacles. It is not about independent from thoughts or independent from emotions or independent from words. It is independence from something in physical reality. Pentacles are physical reality. So the answer, have the FEMA camps been shut down? Have the assets been seized? Is Nine of Pentacles. And Pentacles is about money. It is about physical commodities, and it is about assets. So that's the first card I pulled. Has FEMA been shut down? Have they been raided? Have their assets been frozen? So this is a yes card. So according to tarot, and and like I said, I don't normally do this on my channel, but I felt called to share what I pulled because as John and I have been reading these articles, I just decided let's pull tarot on the plane crash, etc. So the answer, according to this, in case you've heard this news, have the FEMA camps been shut down? Have they been raided? Have assets all been frozen? This says yes. And the tower, it says yes to the tower. So the tower is always a major, out of the blue, unexpected event with lightning and thunder and people going out the windows. What the tower means is everything will be leveled that is not built on solid foundation. Okay. If you're doing something in your life or the government or special ops or anybody is doing something that is out of alignment and not built on solid foundation, it will be coming down. So in my answer to the question about FEMA, the answer is yes, independent from the tower. The tower is the structure. The tower is, in this case, the government. Okay, so this is independence from government, out of the blue. Now, the first card out is always the strongest. So you look at that card combined with every card. So the answer is yes. There will be independence. This card means unexpected, out of the blue, shock and awe. Okay, so the answer is yes. There will be unexpected, out of the blue, shock and awe. The devil. The devil is fear and illusion. Okay, so the collapse, this means collapse. This means fear and illusion. Now, when I clarify the devil, I got the ally, which is the devil from the Indian tarot. You see, it's 15. It's the same number. They just do different images. But also, when you're talking about this card, this is a minor arcana. When you're talking about this card, this card, this card, this card, and this card, these are major arcana. Okay, so this is a minor. The answer is yes, but then the answer being yes is minor. Major, 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 major. Okay, so what else this is saying, at the bottom of the situation, you see the card called Soma, which is the Indian tarot for the moon. Okay, the moon is what is hidden, what is repressed, what is underwater, what is not known. So tower to the illusion, to the control, to the manipulation. Tower. So yes, it has happened. Tower to the devil, which essentially we could look at that like whatever faction is trying to control and manipulate and usurp the planet forever and ever and ever, right? But at the bottom, the basis of the situation, the Sonoma card is the moon card. So it is saying in this tower moment, in this crumbling, in this loss of foundation, in the midst of government officials going out the window, and well, some of it probably will be physical, but tons of people are being fired all over the place. And if you guys watch the video called Drones Over Jersey, Tribal Justice for 12, I've been alluding to this happening. And the last video I made a little over 2 weeks ago was something shocking is coming. Okay, so it had been 2 weeks and I thought, well, where is it? But when you have visions and messages, you never know. Is it tomorrow? Is it next year? Okay, so this information is coming out. But what this is specifically saying, the moon, what is hidden out of the blue, the Phoenix, which is the sun card, is rising to the surface. And it is a golden opportunity of change in physical reality. Again, if anybody is just now hopping on, I asked the question, have the FEMA camps been shut down, raided, and all assets frozen? This is saying yes, out of the blue, the manipulation, the control, everything tower is coming down. Bottom, Sonoma is the moon card. What has been hidden, what has been kept secret, Phoenix, which is the sun card, it's all going to come out. You see the fire there? How appropriate. So this is what... So John and I have been, for the last 2 days, looking at little pieces of intel, discussing them, discussing how they connect and all of that. And he said, well, there's no way to really know about, the helicopter hitting the plane. How do we really know? Well, we don't, because there's so much secrecy around everything. And so what I want to tell you is, even with all the major things that are happening right now, if something happened 2 weeks ago, it might come out today. So, and I've been telling you guys this specifically for the last year and a half, that when something is in the middle of happening, you're not going to know about the happening of it until it is done. Okay. But knowing that makes it really hard to confirm things, right? So I don't use tarot to ask 100 questions a day, but I really wanted to tap in and know if this was true. Now, some of you may think this is a little odd or a little crazy to use tarot cards on world events. However, if you are here and you're not a normal viewer of my channel, you don't know that these visions and messages and the things that are that started happening in 2019 all the way up to now, I've been seeing since literally I was a child. Okay. And so, in knowing that we won't be able to confirm certain intels, well, things are really speeding up, but we won't be able to confirm certain intels, FEMA camps, or whatever. Maybe the way things are going so fast, the FEMA information could be verified in 48 hours. It could be a week. It could be 3 months from now. Because I've seen these scenarios and had visions and messages about 2019 to now and all this stuff that it encompassed, you guys, I've been seeing this as a kid. I am so excited that these things we've heard about, mass arrests, everything else, is finally happening. That's why I went to the tarot and said, okay, is it true? Have the FEMA camps been shut down, raided, and all assets, government assets connected to that department of the government been shut down? This says it was lights out and they didn't know it was coming, right? Double devil. And again, whatever secrets were held within the FEMA camps, whatever information they seized, the Phoenix or the Sun, it's going to come out, and it's going to come out very fast.